Hello YouTube, this is LeopardBig123 welcoming you to a information video about my upcoming walkthrough series of Pokemon Yellow Got to Catch 'em All. Now, in case you're wondering, this information video will be about how I'm going to, well, catch them all, basically, so you don't think so you don't get confused on how the series is gonna work. And you don't think I'm cheating throughout it, because I swear I'm going to be catching all 151 of the Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow 100% legit. And there will be more Pokemon games later after Yellow that will be a Gotta Catch 'em All series, so it will be done by the same base principle. So this video is not just for Pokemon Yellow, it'll be also for later Pokemon games after Pokemon Yellow, because I'm thinking I'll do also Pokemon Silver, Gold and Crystal. I don't mean like all three games, I mean like one of them. You'll see throughout you'll understand throughout this video. Now, my plan is that I'll be playing through Pokemon Yellow, and whenever I get to an area that there are Pokemon that I cannot capture, say like, this is an example. Once we get to a Viridian Forest, as you know, in Pokemon Yellow, all you can catch in Viridian Forest is a Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Caterpie, and Metapod. But there is another Pokemon in that forest that should be able to be caught but cannot get in Pokemon Yellow. Something that you can get in Pokemon Red, and that is Weedle. My example is this. Once we get to Viridian Forest in Pokemon Yellow, I will then attempt to capture all the Pokemon. Once I've caught them all, or I ran out of balls, I will then cut over to Pokemon Red or Blue, depending on what Pokemon it is I'm trying to catch. For this example, it's Red, because in Blue you find Caterpie there as well, I think. I know you can get Weedle in Red, so we cut over to Red, where I will then attempt to hunt down and capture Weedle. I will then show on camera finding it and catching it. Then once it's caught, we will then cut to a trade, which I will show soon enough, about how the trade simulation works through emulators, because honestly it took me a little while to figure it out. Now, so yeah, I lost myself. Well, that's pretty much the way how it's going to be. When I get to an area where there is a Pokemon to be captured in the other version, I will first hunt down all Pokemon possible to capture inside that area. Then we will cut to the respective game, either being Red or Blue depending on what it is. So technically, this walkthrough I will be playing through all three Pokemon games, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red. But I will only be showing off Yellow for the majority of the walkthrough. I'll only be showing Red and Blue when it comes down to catching the certain Pokemon within the certain routes. So yeah, it makes it possible to capture all Pokemon. Like the fossils, you can only pick one. So in Yellow I'd pick like the Dome fossil, and in Red I could pick the Helix fossil. Then once it finally bring it to life, I can then trade the Helix fossil, which is Automite, over to Yellow to have both the fossils. As you know, in Yellow as well, you can get all three of the starters, so that's no biggie. Now that's pretty much the information about how the actual gameplay is going to work. Now, you're probably going to wonder how I'm going to trade. This is a tricky bit I'm going to have to do live recording for, to do it all at once, because it's took me a while to figure it out. So yeah, I will cut back in just a second with the info. Okay, now in order to do the trades, you need this thing called the TGB_duel_7. The TVG duel, basically. Now, and then, honestly, when I was first figuring this out, it was a little unsure, but honestly, I just recently learned something new. In order to see, this thing opens up your save file, and you can choose the location of your save file. Originally when you're playing your VBA, it's going to save in the file where the VBA is, isn't it? Say like for me, it would be in here. So you'd have to I recommend doing a copy and paste to keep your original file just in case it bugs out, so you don't lose your main progress. So what we're going to do is load up 2 games right now. We're going to load up Yellow, then we're going to go to player 2 and load up Red. And now I will see you in a moment once we're able to get to a place where we can save, because as you can tell they both work fine. There's no audio because it messes up, so I'll see you once I can save. Okay, we are now in a point where we can save, but as you know, from where you save it will determine where it's also going to open. So what I figured out is if you click here in directories, you can choose where it's gonna save. So I want to save in here. Right now it's set to save inside this file right here, so I don't want it to do that. I want it, let's see, should be in here. In Pokemon videos, trades, save. And now it's selected for this file right here. And click OK. If I open it, as you can see, it's empty. Now, let's save, shall we? Once I can figure out the buttons. Yep. Red saved the game, and Yellow saved the game. And now, it's still empty. The hell? Okay, they appeared. All I had to do was close down the game, but yeah, here they are. Right in the place where I wanted the Pokemon videos, trades, and the save. So yeah, this does work. You just save, then you close down the ROM in order to, the emulator in order to get them to load up. Now, as you can see, Pokemon Yellow says Pokemon Yellow dot save, but Pokemon Red says Pokemon Red dot SA2. The 2 instead of a V stands for the second player. So say like if I was to open up Red in player 1, where's Red? Right here. It'll be looking for the Red save, not Red save 2. So I should get a new game only, no continue. See? Just new game. But if I unload that, player 2, yeah, of course you do that. It's got an autosave function, I think. So I'm in player 2. Give me Red. And now I should get a continue. Yep, continue. So if you ever wanted to say transfer the save file to say Red to open up on Yellow, let me close that. Delete that because that's nothing. What you do, it says, you know, Pokemon Yellow will now open up on player 1, while Red will open in player 2. How about we change that? In order to change that, you got to rename, change the 2 into a V, ignore that, and change that V into a 2. Then, feel free to open up Red in player 1 and Yellow in player 2. And we should have a continue on them both. Da 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 da! It worked. Now, I'll give you a quick... That's how you pretty much do it, and it also works the same with trading between the Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue to the Pokemon Crystal. And it also works with the Silver, Gold, and Crystal as well. Anything with a Game Boy Color, this will allow you to trade. Now, I'm going to transfer over the files, because I've got a main file. So give me just 1 second, guys. Alright then, now for the final bit of my test, I'm actually, well, for my info video, is I'm going to show you this actually working. See, I got both games loaded, yellow and red, on my other file, from where I actually did my tests. So we're able to say, trade. As you can see, everything's going fine. Trading center. And bada bing bada boom, we are in the trading center. Now let's show you the Pokemon. Yellow has Mankey, Pikachu, and Squirtle. And red has, oh crap, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Has Rattata, Weedle, and Nidoran. Stop hitting the wrong buttons! I'm hitting the wrong buttons in the wrong game. Okay, there's B. Here it is. Now then, if I turn and we go in, we will see there's my Pokemon, there's his, and mine. It works to perfection. Honestly, I feel like trading something just for fun. Yeah, trade over Mankey. And Weedle. Trade. And then it trades. There goes Mankey. I know there's no sound, it's because when you have both open, the audio messes up incredibly bad. So I have to mute it, but that's why I'll be putting music over. That's why there's music over it, so yeah. Mankey is gone to looking awesome to looking like a derp. And here comes Weedle, a Pokemon you can't get in yellow originally. And then, poof, Weedle is now in yellow. So yeah, this is pretty much how I'm going to be doing my the trades. So that pretty much completes the trade, and it also completes my video. Because honestly, what else is there left to show? I've shown you everything. Shown you the trading sequence working, how it works, and all the links to like the TBG7. The dual trade basically for the Game Boy Color emulators, also lets you connect to do battles and stuff like that from like on Game Boy Colors. Allows you to connect, and I've shown you how to do the save files and everything, make sure they all connect up right, so you can actually pull this off. So I guess that's it. I hope this information video was helpful for you, and also shows you that when I do my Pokemon Yellow walkthrough, there won't be any cheating involved. It will be purely me catching them and trading them through this system. Whether the fact I'm going to show the trades is another question, I'm not too sure. Feel free to put in the comments below if you don't mind me skipping the trades, the trading sequence, but showing you the catching. Basically hunting the Pokemon on that game and catching them. I might put the trades in, we'll see, I'll have to come up with something. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my yellow walk through. Bye.